Hello and welcome to another edition of Unpopular Review Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight, we're doing Police Academy 3. Police Academy 3, Episode 3. The movies continue. And there's a lot of them. All right. Thank you. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me tonight is none other than Mr. Hardcore himself, Triple X, Mike Knox. How you doing?
What's what's going on, man? Long time no see. We are back. Police Academy Door or three at this point. Part
It
three.
is
We did two
3.
already. So let's
Yes,
go get this three-man crew going on Police Academy 3 and get this thing rolling.
facts. Also joining us, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than the biggest rain cloud in the room, the executive consultant.
I'm so glad that when you introduced this movie that we're doing, Police Academy 3, that you did it with such energy and such excitement because somebody needed to have it, right?
Ah, where's the cloud?
I
Where's the cloud? How
I
is
mean,
it
when I
that
when
he's
I
gonna
watched
come in?
this movie, I
Listen, there's
felt like it was a
never
rainy day.
any hi everybody, welcome back. We haven't seen you in a long time. It's very nice to see you, but you just gotta come with the hate.
I got news for you. This is gonna be taped, and I'm gonna do all these in succession. So when Police Academy 1 comes out, I need to say that at the beginning of that episode before I get to Police Academy 3 because they would have seen this. I just haven't seen y'all in a while. That's all. Well, I seen Mike yesterday. You haven't been around for a while. I guess you went back to basics. I don't know. I just went over your head. It's fine.
Academy. I got it. I don't know why. I got it. We're talking about Police Academy. Let's go. Let's get this thing started, man. Police Academy 3. Mahoney's back. Hightower's back. Tackleberry's back. Sergeant Jones is back.
My sleep being disrupted is back.
So now in this movie, what happened is that now you have Police Academy 1 and Police Academy 2. Police Academy 1 happened and Police Academy 2 happened with two different leaders. And now in Police Academy 3, it's the battle of the leaders, ladies and gentlemen. There is a situation where one of the police academies may close. And if they close, what might happen? So now
No
it's
more,
a
no
battle.
more, no more pigs on the street. Sorry.
Yeah,
No more
so
police on the street.
that's right. So now all of the original cast, at least most of the original cast
Yeah,
from the
most.
first two movies have come together. And mind you, the funny thing about this is that now characters from the second movie, which some of them were bad, some of them were good, but they continue on this third movie. In my opinion, if it was done today, it would just be nothing more than a third episode because everybody, especially Mahoney, one of my faves, was just acting just the way that they do. All of the pranks, all of the jokes. And let me tell you something I appreciate about Mahoney. Like,
I, I love
I
Mahoney.
love the way that he flirts with women. I really do. Like,
Come a little closer. Come a
I
little
just
closer, ladies.
no. When he met that blonde, and then he was just like, oh, and he was just pretending to be her roommate, and he
Yeah.
was just like, oh, you're my roommate. We're gonna have so much fun together. Just go to the room now and take all your clothes off, and we'll jump in the shower. And that whole thing was just great. It was amazing how forward people could be back then, and like how it was taken lightly, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Everybody else just seeing all of the other characters, especially, the noise making guy. He was great. He was great. He just kept messing with everybody, doing all the noises and all the jokes. And it was fun. It was a good time. I really, really liked this movie. Now, personally, when it came to this one, I'm starting to feel like it might be getting a little cheesy.
Ah.
It might be getting a little
We
cheesy.
have how many more to go through?
No, we got to go. We got a lot to go through. Right? But the thing is just that, like, it just says a lot about the time because that was the appeal here.
you
That
know,
was the appeal. Now, if somebody from Gen Z saw this,
Oh, absolutely not.
Because I put on my Gen Z glasses. Oh man, really, really offended. They would be really, really offended because the language was just all over the place,
Well, they
right?
shouldn't be offended by that, by the language. My God, they hear the music I listen to. So
Oh
they
yeah.
shouldn't be offended by the music. Sometimes when Gen Zs get like that, be offended by the blatant disrespect for cultural and sexual preferences and
Mm.
who you were as a person. But don't sit there and tell me that you don't see tits and ass, okay? That you don't hear body languages and things like that being said in today's movies because they're everywhere,
Oh yeah.
okay?
Like,
And then people at the same time have the same, just like your music's a preference, this movie choice is a preference. And in '86, okay, I was 11. I'm just read this. This ain't that I knew. This movie made $107 million. And I'm watching it as you're saying yourself. And I've gone back since we started watching older movies. Like I watched Back in School with Rodney Dangerfield, one of my favorite movies. To me, that movie still holds its weight to me for the comedy. This one, you're right. But I also felt this in the second one. This isn't and just as like you said, this is a years later thing. In '86, this was hilarious to me. As I watch it to now, I'm more mature. I'm more aware of what you could not, back then you thought, someone, hell, you watched the Hollywood Shuffle of how Robert Townsend portrayed what they thought of blacks in Hollywood at that time. And Hightower is a complete example of that. I mean, you look at it and through 3, 4, 6 of these movies, there's not a single black co-lead. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, that's not something that we look for back then, that we care for. Mahoney was the star, and he should be the star of the movie. He was the looker, the guy who got the girls. Like you said, it was, I'm sorry, at the beginning of that movie, still he's coaching the girls' basketball team. And that part is just like, you got the little black boy Tom, he's sitting there, Mahoney's office, inside a police car. It's like the things, like certain things still is funny in this movie. It's the movie funny and entertaining. You know what I mean? So that's where it needs to go. Take it a consultant.
You already know what's going to say. Police Academy 1 sucked. Police Academy 2 sucked. Police Academy 3 sucked. I mean,
like the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah. Except for Dallas Cowboys at least can win a game. I haven't seen this franchise win anything. Now, granted, you said it made a lot of money.
$107 million. It's this movie has made its weight and
so this
money
is the part where I
5
say,
to
Aaron,
7
I say
times
that,
over.
granted, I hear what you said about the money situation, and I give you that, right? But I could give 2 craps about the money right now because I'm talking about my entertainment. My entertainment was not there. I was sitting there the entire 1 hour and 27 minutes waiting for this film to end. I can't stand that, okay? Let me tell you something. This movie was crap, okay? Like, I don't understand why people find it funny at all. I didn't find myself chuckling at all. I mean, yes, slapstick humor works for me, and, unfortunately, I started to see it with this movie. The Naked Gun franchise, I absolutely love. And Naked Gun, when I think about it, after watching this damn stupid-ass franchise, right, is nothing but Airplane meets Police Academy.
Duh.
Mm-hmm.
I never do that before.
They're all the same. They're all the same genre of movie.
Yeah, but I like Naked Gun.
When the last time you watched The Naked Gun?
Oh, I don't shit.
Okay, so let's watch it again. I would bet my bottom dollar if you watch The Naked Gun again, you will not love it.
You will lose that bet. I guarantee.
No, I mean, maybe if I'm wrong, I would go 50-50 in that because I'm saying it because they all were the same.
Let me tell you what Naked Gun has over Police Academy. Okay. Leslie Nielsen. No, not Leslie Nielsen. Was it Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, it's Leslie Nielsen, yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, before you go on your rant about this movie being bad, and I'm not saying it isn't, it's not good or good bad. It made about it took about through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies.
And a cartoon.
Oh my god, I had a cartoon.
Okay, but I'm talking about the movies because that's what I have, right? It took $27 million for 7 movies. Domestically alone.
Let me tell you something. I hate Lord of the Rings.
$240 million.
Let me tell you something. I hate Lord of the Rings, right? But I respect the fact that Lord of the Rings raked in all that freaking money. But I hate it. I thought it was the dumbest franchise.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, but
right.
but you know how much money they spent?
Yeah, I know, but still, as much money they spent, which was a lot, that's true. They still made a boatload of money.
That's what it's about, though. Business,
right? So I respect the fact that Police Academy. I'm not talking about the financially being unsuccessful. Financially, of course, it was very successful.
We're also talking about a movie 30 years later.
But this is how bad I could not stand any of the Police Academies I've seen between 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to watch the Batman over.
Wow, that's rich coming from you.
Correct. And there was another movie I watched a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And I would rather watch that movie over this. See the Superior hit me up earlier.
You talking about
and she
Black
said,
Panther?
No, not that. But see the Superior hit me up earlier and said, "Yeah, I want to watch Black Panther again," and asked me to review the movie Mannequin.
I love
Right?
that movie. One of
And
my
she,
favorite movies of all time.
shocker. Something's a favorite
No,
movie.
seriously, I didn't know because back then
things all time with Mike.
I did not know that that was Samantha from Sex and the City, and I loathe Samantha as a
ironically.
Same character.
See Superior put her on Instagram. She tagged me in it, and she was talking about that. And I stopped paying attention. I was like, "Why she tagged me in this?" But let me pay attention. And then I looked at it, and she said it. She's like, "I didn't know that was Samantha from Sex and the City. I didn't watch Sex and the City, so I don't know who Samantha is." And then she said, "Chris, get with Mike and all of them and see if they want to review the movie." I was like, "I'll ask. I'm not doing it, but I'll ask." Right? But I'd rather watch Mannequin than this movie so far because Police Academy 1, 2, and 3 is terrible. I can't wait to review Police Academy 4 so you can find out if I like that one a little bit better. But Back to Training is just back to stupidity. Vic, screw you. You're the reason why UPRE hasn't done movies in a while because this franchise just killed everything. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Now, go ahead. Somebody can take over. Oh, Vic, you were saying something when I was...
This franchise killed everything? That's really what it is? Oh, wow.
It killed everything. It killed their production. It killed the editing. It killed the chat room. Nobody talks to the chat room anymore. It was awful because everybody's afraid I'm going to ask them to hop on Police Academy and they want to go ghost. That's what's going on, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, but wait, if nobody wanted to do Police Academy, then why are we doing it?
Because our thing is that we review the movie no matter how much we're going to like. Like
all
for
right,
instance,
but if everybody's going to try to boycott the shit, then let's not do it and move on to something else.
No, because I've watched Police Academy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 so far, and somebody's got to hear my mouth about it. Okay, so we're going to keep going.
Okay, then. So now, here's the thing. Okay, you already watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? And now you want to start in the middle of 3. You want to start talking about how
already.
That's spoiler alert. Somebody ran away. All of this other shit, right? And now you want to pull out the rain clouds, right? Now you want to pull out the rain clouds and know the sign language.
I wish I had a picture of me crying because every time I watch this movie,
that's what we need. We need a picture of you crying in the rain.
Crying in the rain. That's fine because I'd rather go dance in the rain naked. I'd rather go dance in the rain naked, right? In the state of Alaska. Then go ahead and watch the Police Academy 1, 2, and 3 again. You'll find out if I'm going to like Police Academy 4, 5, and 6.
Well, of course you're not going to like it because it's more 80s cheese. You don't like 80s cheese. 80s cheese.
I want him to go back and watch a Naked Gun because I thought the Naked Guns were hilarious back then too. Again personally, and it depends on the movie. Like I didn't think Back to School would still be funny, but my wife was watching it and I was like, I still quote the Triple Lindy and things are in that movie to this day. You know what I mean? And that's everybody's favorite Iron Man is in this movie as well. You know what I mean? And I've always followed a lot of the movies. As we say, I'm a big John Hughes guy. So I go through about that man was my generation of blacks would say, oh, you got to go with Spike Lee and this guy. No, John Hughes is my favorite director of all time. Every movie I can relate to as a kid in the 80s was John Hughes. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have a ding. We're gonna have a ding. I haven't made a video of y'all using the same phrase over and over again in a while. Of all time is coming. Like I'm just letting you know, everything is of all time.
Well, I'm stating what's important to me. Just because it's not important to you, and you don't tell the audience who's watching us what's important to you, that's on you. But I'm gonna tell the audience.
I did tell the audience that watched me. That one of the worst of all time to me is Police Academy 1, 2, and 3.
You said it. Rain on me. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, make me sick so I don't have to watch this movie. Making me sick so I don't have to watch this movie. What else we got?
Final thoughts, Vic.
Well, this had Ronald Reagan all over it.
It definitely had Ronald Reagan all over
it. This had Ronald Reagan all over it. This was very pro police, pro US. One of the main things that I noticed that I actually found funny, which I really saw the Americana marketing in it.
Oh yes.
Was, in the US, talk is cheap. Wow. Grabbed them and put them right in the chest. I was just like, yeah, man. What a woman. That was hilarious. And a whole bunch of little jokes like that, man. It was just cheesy. The whole thing was super, super cheesy. It was low budget and it was just hilarious. It was made for the Andrew Dice Clay crowd, the
Yes, it was.
crowd of people that just like bathroom humor, getting high humor, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's not
Mm-hmm.
something that's supposed to be. It's not something that was supposed to win an Academy Award. You understand? It's not something that it was supposed to be. So I don't even think they expected it to get as big as it did. I don't
No.
even expect it to make more than one movie, to tell you the truth. Because a lot of this stuff is starting to feel like it was quickly put together. Therefore, they just ran with the content. They ran with it, and this is one of the most successful franchises in history. And this is one of the reasons why I chose it. Now, mind you, I was hoping because now apparently since I've ruined this, right? Since I've ruined unpopular review entertainment by suggesting Police Academy, that's unfortunate because I was really hoping to get everybody's opinion because I was expecting to get a whole bunch of negative feedback on this because of the content, because of how it is. But
That's
it can only
why we
show
are
you,
here.
but it only shows you like, how much we've changed, whether it's good or bad. And mind you, like the amount of sensitivity that people get from things like this, in my opinion, it's unfortunate because like now for some reason you say a joke, all of a sudden it represents something, all this other stuff, and that's the unfortunate way that things like this are being taken, right? And it shouldn't be because it's very light, it's very just, you know, it's a goof, it's a joke.
Evolution. Evolution.
But
So
anyway,
I got another spoiler
you
alert.
know,
Does that mean
I mean, come on now, everything is good. Come on now. Come on now. Listen, man. Listen, man. You talking to Groot. You talking to the sunflower over here. I'm always happy.
the
You feel
thumb
me?
cloud?
I ain't nothing bad. Nothing
Hey,
bad.
I
When was the last time I gave something a thumbs
I
down?
don't know.
I think it was Nope. Did we do Nope?
Did you? I didn't do Nope. I'm gonna watch Nope this
Mhm.
week, so please don't tell me. Yeah, you did say in the chat you didn't like it, and
Yeah.
the chat was mad. They thought you kind of gave away some spoilers in there. I remember that day. Um, uh,
Well, I didn't give away no thumbs. They
I
thought I did.
I watched these movies as a kid, just like we talked about the first one and the second one, and even growing up as a teenager, I would say up to about maybe 20 years ago, I thought these movies were still funny. And I cannot sit here and say that I did not still laugh, that I did not enjoy myself. I hope we don't do during the Christmas time Gremlins because I just had turned my kids on the Gremlins, and I told my children, spoiler alert, I thought Gremlins was ass all these years later. But growing up, I would have never thought I didn't like Gremlins. So rewatching, as we are now an evolved society and watching television and watching movies, and fortunate for some of us who, and I'm not really giving myself a Barry Horowitz, but shout out to Margaret Kirby, my professor in school, who told me about script writing and how things are put together. So when I watch that kind of, I unfortunately kind of, especially in what we do and whether we like it, why we like it, for what reasons, I critique the movie. It's really not a good film. It just it just really isn't. It's sexist, it's racist, but it does have some funny moments. So I would give it a 2. Can this be the first ever thumbs up, thumbs down? Because there are parts about the movie I really do like, but I understand why people don't like the movie. And it is kind of hard to like it. It's not really, the script is not good. The acting is not good, but damn it, that slapstick humor, I still laugh at it because I did find Andrew Dice Clay appealing. But again, may he rest in peace. He just, while we were taping this, Gallagher just passed away recently. And I can never forget how my mother and my mom's boyfriend, when I was younger, thought this guy was hilarious. I mean, they went to Atlantic City. So comedy is subjective. This is a subjective movie. And subjectively speaking, it made 15 times the amount it took to make the damn whole franchise. Movies today cost 200 something million. They made $240 million for something they spent $20 million on. It's a success. Executive consultant.
Oh no, wait a minute. Dice Man's still around.
Not Andrew Dice Clay.
No.
Gallagher just passed.
Oh, okay.
Gallagher just passed.
You're right.
So this movie gets a thumbs down for me. Why? Because I hated it. I fell asleep. I did not laugh. I wanted it to go. Let me tell you what I did. The movie started, the credits rolled,
mad, son.
and then right next to it, because I always check to see how long the movie's going to be, so I know exactly how much time I have. So right next to the movie, I had a timer, a stopwatch that was counting down until the movie ended, right? To see how my life was going to go for the next hour and a half. So I just want to let you know, in case you didn't have an idea what I was going to give it, let me remind you, it gets a thumbs down. Thank you so much for watching us. We'll join you. We'll see you next year probably for another episode of
Yes.
No, we'll see you soon for Police Academy 4. And we also have some Christmas movie coming up. So be sure that you're staying tuned with us on YouTube.
Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
Unpopular Review Entertainment. For Vic, for Mike Knox, I'm the Exec Consultant. We'll see you right here next time on Unpopular Review. Goodbye, good day, good night.